who would like to remind us what we were talking about last time? Philip?
We talked about a sound.
Right. Okay, good. So, Philip, can you give us a few examples of words that have that vowel sound?
Third.
One more time.
Third.
Okay. Do you mean this word?
No, with T. Third. The third
You mean
one.
this word?
No.
Third.
Say it one more time.
Third.
Third.
Oh, you mean this word?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, a part of the reason I had difficulty understanding Philip is that he's not doing enough to show me what he's saying. So watch carefully as I say this word. Third. Right? Now notice the mouth shape. Mouth shape 1. Third. Notice also that at the beginning, when I'm making that, what we could call the TH sound, the th sound, that I'm showing my tongue. That's it. I'm also showing my teeth because I'm lifting like this, you see? That's it. Good.
Third.
That's it. One more time.
Third.
Good. But I want to see mouth shape 1 as well, like this. Third.
Third.
That's quite good. That's something to practice. Moise, you try.
Third.
That's good, but don't do this. Third. There is no sound in this word. It's just the consonant sound, the beginning, then the vowel, and then the d consonant. Third. Okay, do it one more time.
Third.
Much better. Tabitha, you try.
Third.
That's fine. Yeah, that's enough. Cheza, you try.
Third.
Pretty good. But that sound at the beginning, the TH sound, right?
Third.
Consonants like this have length to them. Okay, so it's not this third. It's this third. You see how it has that length? Third. Try that.
Third.
Pretty good. Third. One more time.
Third.
Good. Damaris, you try.
Third.
So same thing. Try to make the TH sound at the beginning a bit longer. Third.
Third.
Okay, you need to practice that. Good. Okay, so Tabitha, can you give us another example of a word that contains the sound
No, I'm trying.
So to do this, what you should do is put different consonant sounds on the beginning and the end. So for example, if we put a sound on the beginning and a d sound on the end, we get third. What would it sound like if we took those two consonant sounds and swapped them around? What would that sound like? So the word we were doing before was third. So we had that TH sound at the beginning, then d at the end. Those are the two consonants with the vowel in the middle. Now, if we keep that vowel in the middle, but we take those two consonants and swap them, what will that sound like?
Third.
Good. Make the a bit longer.
Third.
Good. Like this. Dearth.
Dearth.
Good. Now, that is actually a word, although I doubt that anyone of you knows what it means because it's not very common. But dearth means something like a lack, a shortage. So when you don't have enough.
Okay.
Dearth, a scarcity or lack of something. Okay. Good. So Tabitha, did you have another word that you were thinking of?
Yeah, I had one, but I forgot it.
Okay, so just put a different consonant sound at the beginning, a different sound at the end, see what happens.
Learn.
Yes, good. One more time.
learn,
Good. So that's very good. We've got an all sound at the beginning and an sound at the end with the vowel in the middle. So make sure that you use mouth shape 1 and you open enough and you make the vowel nice and long. Okay, do it one more time.
learn,
That's good. Learn. Okay, Cheza, you try.
Learn.
That's good. That's a good sound. Be a bit more strict with your mouth shape. Okay, straight down. Learn.
Learn.
Pretty good. Philip,
learn,
pretty good. Moise,
Learn.
not bad. Damaris,
learn,
yes, that's quite good. Do that one more time.
learn,
Yes, that's very good. Very good. So, Damaris, can you give us one more word that has this vowel sound?
I remember the word from last time, actor.
Okay, is that correct? Philip, what do you think? Is actor an example of a word with the sound
no,
do you
I
think?
don't think so.
Right. So, Damaris, you're talking about the second syllable, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right. Actor. 1, 2. So you're almost right. The vowel there is the same sound as but it's not long. It's short. It's Okay. So you're half right. It's the right sound, but it's the wrong length. Okay. But yes, actor does end in the sound like many words do. Okay. But we're looking for the long sound Okay. So give me one more example with
Mm.
What if you just do this? What would this sound like?
Word,
Very good. One more time.
word,
That's excellent. And what does this mean? You can tell me the definition of what Damaris just said.
a group of words, dot, letters.
Right, there you go. Okay, it's a little hard to define, isn't it? But it's this, isn't it? Word. Okay, I've been trying to get you to think of this word because you've noticed probably every time I say it, I go word like that. Okay, but none of you got the hint. Good. Okay, fine. So who can remember the diphthong that begins with the sound Moise, can you remember? So what diphthong or double vowel begins with the sound Can you demonstrate it? Philip, can you?
Oh,
Pretty good, but again, you're not really moving your mouth enough.
oh,
Yes, that's much better. You see how much clearer, even though the sound wasn't much different, it was still a lot clearer just because you could see his mouth moving. So yeah, that was very good. Oh, like that. Good. One more time.
oh,
That's good. Try to finish like this.
oh,
That's fine. Moise, you try.
Oh.
Not bad at all. Damaris?
oh,
That's a good sound, but again, try to finish here. Oh,
oh,
better. And again.
oh,
That's pretty good. Cheza, you try.
Oh.
Quite good. And Tabitha?
Oh,
Very good. Very good. Good. Now, who can give me a word with the sound O? Okay, Moise, can you think of anything? What about O on its own? Is O a word, Moise? If so, what does it mean?
One.
One more time.
One.
You mean this word?
Yeah.
Okay, are you giving this word as an example of a word that contains the sound O, or are you saying that this is the definition of the word O?
The destination.
The definition. Okay, that's not quite right. So the word I'm thinking of is this, O. What does this word mean, Moise? To O. Okay, Philip, what do you think? What does this word mean?
To have something to give you, a duty, or
Right, good. So yes, to owe means to be in debt, or yeah, you could say to have a duty, or sort of something like that. Good. Who can give me another word that contains the sound O?
Go.
Go, exactly. You see, you just put a g sound at the beginning. Go, right? This is how you do this exercise. You just put different sounds from the beginning and the end, and you'll probably come up with something. Okay, someone give me something else.
though.
Though, excellent. Good. Though. Let's go through this. So, Moise, just say that word for us, please.
Though.
That's very good. Damaris?
Though.
Yep, excellent. Tabita?
Though.
Very good. Cheza?
Though.
Good. So, notice how much the spelling varies, okay? It's really inconsistent. Consider these three words. They're all pronounced with the sound O. Tabita, how do you pronounce this word?
Through.
Right, you see, it's different. Through. It's not throw. It's not throw, which would be this word, as in to throw a ball. It's different, you see? Through, not the same. So spelling is not reliable. It's not a reliable guide to pronunciation. Damaris, give us another word that contains the sound O.
Low.
Excellent. And what does that word mean?
Its opposite is high.
Right, very good. Low is the opposite of high. Very good. Fine. Moise, say that word for us, please.
Low.
Not bad. Philip?
Low.
Excellent. Cheza?
Low.
Very good. Tabita?
Low.
Not bad at all. Okay. So, let's go back. Damaris, just say these two words, please.
Eyes and ice.
Not bad at all. Moise?
Eyes. Eyes.
Pretty good. Philip?
Eyes. Ice.
That's the best one yet. Cheza?
Eyes. Ice.
Pretty good. Tabita?
Ice. Ice.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay, so I think you will remember that for the second one, ice, the vowel needs to be compressed. But who can tell me why?
Because it's unvoiced sound.
Right, exactly. So if we were to write these two words phonetically, the word eyes, plural of I, we would write it phonetically like this. But the other one, ice, we would write like this. So we would say that they both have the same vowel, the diphthong I, but they're followed by different consonant sounds. But when you listen to how people actually say them, eyes, ice, it's really the vowel that seems different. In eyes, it seems long. In ice, it seems faster, compressed, something like that. So who can give me an example of a word in which the sound O is compressed?
So.
One more time.
So.
Meaning?
To see something. I saw something.
Oh, you mean the past tense of see?
Yes.
You mean this word?
Yes.
Okay. So remember that we're looking for words in which the sound O is compressed, just like in the sound, just like the sound I is compressed in the word ice. And as you yourself said, in
Yes.
ice, the vowel is compressed because it's followed by an unvoiced consonant. Now, in the word that you just gave us, what is the consonant sound at the end?
Oh.
One more time.
Oh.
Well, that's the vowel.
Oh.
Right. It's a trick question, isn't it? There's no consonant sound at the end. So this word is pronounced saw.
Saw.
Right. So it's got two sounds. You've got the s sound, right? And then you have the vowel, which is or. Now, that's a different vowel that we haven't talked about. It's not O. If we use the vowel O, then it would sound like this. So. Now, so is a word. In fact, there are several words in English pronounced so. So, Philip, can you give us a definition of one of the meanings of so?
So. Yes, I know what it means. I'm trying to explain
Give
it.
me an example, maybe, if you can't think of a definition.
So you got married.
Right, that's very good. So you got married. Yeah, exactly. This word.
Yes.
Okay, that is so, right? But
Explanation.
notice it's not compressed, is it? It's not compressed because there's no reason to compress it. It's not followed by an unvoiced consonant. It's not followed by any consonant. So it's just so. Okay. Can anyone tell me one of the other definitions that we could have for so?
So busy.
One more time.
So busy.
Yes, that's really the same word, though. That's the same word. So, yeah, there are this word so is used in a variety of different ways, but they're all really the same word. But there are other words in English which are also pronounced so, but which are completely unrelated and mean something completely different.
To say. Sorry.
A tool.
One more time.
A tool.
That tool.
So
No, that again is a saw, just
Okay.
like the past tense of see. What were you going to say, Cheza?
To say something like such a great extent, so fast, so
No, that's the same word as before. That's so. Like Philip was
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
so busy.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Good. So, what if I said something like, "My grandmother loves to sew"? What does that mean? So, my grandmother loves to sew. Damaris, what do you think?
I understand, but I don't know. It is when it is an action used for clothes.
Right, exactly. This needle
Yeah.
and thread, making clothes. Okay. So it's spelled like this, but it's pronounced the same way as so, as in so busy, or so you got married. Okay. So notice that these words are not pronounced the same way. So, my grandmother loves to sew. Saw, different sound. Okay. Tabitha, can you say this word, please?
See. It's a hard one.
Hold on. So, just think about it for a second. What's this word?
So.
So, it's the word we were just talking about. So, my grandmother loves to sew. Remember, it's exactly the same pronunciation as this word.
Yes.
Okay, say it one more time.
Sewing.
Right, there you go. Sewing. Cheza, you try. Same word.
Sewing.
Fine. Philip.
sewing.
Good. A bit faster. Sewing.
Sewing.
Fine. Moise.
Sewing.
Excellent. Damaris.
Sewing.
Yeah, not bad at all. So, Moise, how many syllables does this word have?
Two.
Two. Good. Which syllable is accented?
Uh,
So which syllable sounds higher than the other?
the first one.
The first one. Good. Sewing. 1, 2, like that. Now, Tabitha, can you give us a general definition of syllables? What are syllables?
A group of letters that are separated by a consonant.
Almost right. You said a group of letters. Right?
Vowels.
Now, I don't like the word letters. We don't use that word in this lesson, right? A group of sounds, yeah, specifically vowel sounds. So, yes, so we could define syllables as vowel sounds divided or connected by consonant sounds. So the word sewing sounds like two syllables, which it does. Sewing, 1, 2. That is because our brain is perceiving a consonant sound in the middle. If we weren't able to perceive or detect some consonant sound there, it wouldn't sound like two syllables, right? But it does. So, Damaris, what is the consonant sound that connects the two syllables in the word sewing?
I didn't see.
It's a little bit hard. It's a little bit hard to sort of isolate that sound because we don't normally isolate that sound. It's normally connected to some other sound, right? But who thinks they can answer the question? So the sound is w, isn't it? W, right? This is the consonant sound in the middle, the w sound. But it's kind of difficult to express that consonant on its own because it's really just this. It's just a mouth shape like that, you see. But that is the answer that I'm looking for. So remember that the consonant sound that connects the two syllables in the word sewing is w, right? That's why it sounds like two syllables. 1, 2, sewing. It sounds like two syllables because our brain notices the w sound there, even if you don't consciously understand that there's a w, your brain unconsciously recognizes it, right? Now, this question is going to be a bit more complicated, a bit difficult. So you've got to think about everything that we've talked about regarding the way that the sounds are organized into little families. So, Tabitha, normally we would say that the first syllable of the word sewing is what?
Monotone.
So what's the first syllable of this word?
So.
So, the first syllable is so. That's what we would normally say. It's so plus ing. So-ing, sewing, right?
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, good. However, if we're looking at it purely in terms of sound, in a phonetic way, without thinking about the meaning of the word, then we could say that the second syllable, instead of being ing, is actually wing, right? So wing. But if the second syllable is wing, then what is the first syllable?
So there's a monophthong, a triphthong, and there's one more.
Okay, I just want you to demonstrate for me. Just demonstrate the first syllable, assuming that the second syllable is wing.
So.
Very good. Okay, Chesa, same question to you. So I just want you to repeat the same answer. What, assuming the second syllable is wing, what is the first syllable of sewing? Sir. Very good. Okay. Damaris, do you understand why? Do you understand the answer to that Tabitha gave?
I think, yeah.
Right. So the reason is that the diphthong O begins with the sound or right?
Yeah.
So we could think of that diphthong as beginning with and ending sort of with a w, right? Sort of with that consonant w, because really it just ends like this. right? Oh, you basically just do an and then bring your lips together like that. Oh.
Okay.
And as I said, the sound w, the consonant in the middle of the word sewing, is basically just this, right? So by that logic, you could say that that O, the diphthong O, is really just with the lips coming together. O. So then if you think of those lips coming together, if you think of that as being the consonant word at the beginning of the second half of the word, wing, then what that leaves is the So then the first part is sa. So if you think of it that way, if you think of it as sa wing rather than so ing, you might find it easier to get the right sound. So I want you to try this. Watch carefully. I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to do a certain exercise that I want you to repeat. So like this. Sa, wing, sewing. Okay, Tabita, you try.
Sewing, sewing.
Excellent. Cheza.
Wing. Sewing.
Very good. Philip.
Wing, sewing.
Not bad. Moise.
Wing, sewing.
Very good. Damaris.
Wing, sewing.
That's absolutely fine. Let's take a different word. Cheza, just say this word for us.
Wing. Going.
Okay, fine. That's what we were building up to. Yes, very good. So you see how the same thing applies here, right? It's got nothing to do with spelling.
Yeah.
There's no letter W here. Like in sewing, at least we look at the spelling, you see the letter W in the middle, right? It's irrelevant. In going, we have the same sounds. We've got the O followed by I, going. It's only the first sound, the G, that's different, right? So we would normally say that in the word going, the first syllable is go, and the second syllable is ing. Go plus ing, going. But you could say that the second syllable is wing, in which case the first syllable is now g. Okay, good. Okay, so what I want you to do is go through all the vowels that we've talked about so far, which is only 6, right? So these are the 2 sets of vowels that use mouth shape 1. So I'll do it first. I, O. Okay, Tabita, you go.
I, O.
That's not bad at all. Cheza?
No. I. No. Oh.
That's pretty good. Yeah, Philip?
I. Oh.
That's very good. Okay, you're making a good effort to open your mouth more, which is excellent. For the second set, bring your tongue forward more like this. Oh. Okay, try that again.
Oh.
Much better. Moise.
I. Oh.
Pretty good. Just come a bit closer to the screen so we can see a bit better. Good. Try it again in the middle. That's it. So go one more time.
I. Oh.
Yeah, that was better. Okay, you've got a very deep voice. Good. Damaris, you try.
I. Oh.
That's excellent. Yeah, very good. You're all very good. All very good. Fine. So that's mouth shape 1. Next, we have mouth shape 2. I think we might have talked about this already. Yes, we have.
Yes, yes.
So, Cheza, show us without making any sound. Just show us mouth shape 2. Open a bit more. Tongue forward. Let your tongue go heavy and dead, like it's asleep. Good. That's it. Yeah, there we go. That's perfect. Okay. Tabitha, you show us. That's it. Now, you see what Tabitha did? She followed a process. She's been watching my online course, you see. So what she did was this. She went to mouth shape 1 first in order to get to the right chin position. And then she stretched out like that. So she went like this. Okay, that is the best way to do it. You always get the right position if you do that. Keep your tongue forward. One more time. Tongue forward. Okay, Damaris, you show us. Yeah, that's good. And good sound, by the way, as well. Philip, you show us. No sound, though. Just show us the mouth shape, Philip. Yeah, good. Make sure we can see you, okay? Come into the middle of the screen. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, perfect. And Moise. Yep, absolutely fine. Very good. So, Damaris, just demonstrate again that first vowel sound, but exactly like you did a moment ago. That's fine. One more time. Yeah, that's very good. Cheza, you show us. You demonstrate. Excellent. Philip, you try. Very good. Moise? Yep. Now, Tabitha, you show us. Yeah, that's better than it was before. Yeah, very good. So yes, air is a word. In fact, there are 2 words pronounced air. Who can remember both definitions?
To the throne.
Right, good. That's one definition. So we've got this word, which means the person who inherits, heir. But there's also this word, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, air. So, Damaris, the word air, meaning what we breathe, I want you to put that into a sentence. Keep it simple, just a simple sentence with that word.
The air is clean.
Perfect. Just do that one more time.
The air is clean.
That's fine. So, Tabitha, try the same sentence.
The air is clean.
Good. Now, that was excellent. The changes that you made were the correct changes, but you need to open a bit more for mouth shape 2. Okay, one more time.
The air is clean.
Okay, good. Cheza, can you do better?
The air is clean.
Okay, Philip.
The air is clean.
Okay, Moise.
The air is clean.
Okay. So, Damaris, you show us one more time.
The air is clean.
Right, that was good. So, for those first 2 words, we always want to try to connect words. And in some cases, the problem is that there's no consonant sound. And remember, as Tabitha was saying, syllables are vowel sounds connected by consonants. Okay, now a lot of the time, a word will end in a consonant sound, like the word is and the word clean. They both end with consonants. Is ends with the sound z, and clean ends with the sound n. So when connecting is to clean, we don't really need to worry about missing consonants because there are consonants there. In fact, there are 2, right? But when we're going from the word the to the word air, well, the problem is that the ends in a vowel sound, the sound and air begins with a vowel sound, the sound air. So we have a problem. There's a missing consonant. So how do we solve that problem? Who can explain to me how we solve that problem? What do you think, Philip?
I don't understand.
So the phrase the air, as in the air is clean, the air.
Yeah.
If I say it like that, the air, now that's quite clear, isn't it? The air. You can understand what I'm saying. The air is clean, the air.
Yes.
But I think you'll agree that it sounds a little bit disjointed. The air, because I'm stopping like that. The air. Doesn't sound very graceful, right? Doesn't sound very nice. And the reason it doesn't sound very nice is that I'm stopping. And the reason that I'm stopping is that there isn't any consonant sound there, right? If there was a consonant, then I wouldn't need to stop because the consonant would allow me to make the connection. That's what consonants are, in a sense. So, but there is a clever way in which I can solve this problem, which I've explained before. So what am I talking about, Philip?
We connect both words and
But how? Moise, what do you think? So instead of saying the air, what should I say? Okay, Damaris, you explain it to us.
To connect this the words, we have to add the consonant, and in this case we add e.
Right. Okay. The sound you're looking for is y, right? It's
Yeah.
again, it's like the worst sound. It's a bit difficult to kind of convey this sound without attaching it to a vowel sound. But yeah, the sound y like that, right? Now, what you said was essentially correct, but what you said was we add the sound y. That imagines that we're taking the sound y and we're sticking it in there. But that's not exactly what we're doing, is it? Tabitha, can you give a slightly better explanation of what's happening?
We shorten the word the, and it's gonna be like there.
Okay. Chesa,
that.
what do you think? Okay, so you all know the answer, but because you're under pressure, you're struggling to answer, right? So the answer is simple. I'm going to change the into the.
Exactly.
So instead of saying the air, I'm just going to say the air, the air. Now, by changing the, which has the vowel like actor, by changing the into the, that has the effect of creating a y consonant, right? So the answer Damaris gave was almost correct. She said we need to add a y sound. And then I think she got a bit confused about the y and then the vowel e as in the, right?
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're actually changing the vowel. We're changing the vowel sound in the from to e. But what that does is it indirectly produces a y consonant when you connect it to another word. And the reason is because of the way that the tongue moves when you make an e vowel, right? E. You see how my tongue actually moves? E, e, e. Because the sound e, although we generally just think of it as a long vowel, it's actually what's called a semi-diphthong. So there's a change in the tongue position as you make it e. And what's happening is the tongue is essentially going into the same position at the end as you would get for the y consonant. So when I say the yeah, it's like I'm saying the word yeah, right? Yeah. Right? The yeah. Okay, so Tabitha, you try the yeah.
The air.
Good, but I want you to open more. The yeah.
The air.
But you can do better. Remember, it's air like that. The yeah.
The air.
Bit better. The problem is that this is what we talked about last time. I think you've got a sort of sense of how that word is supposed to sound, the word air, which is not quite right. And you're thinking of it as being pronounced something like this word, ear, right? We're not saying the ear, we're saying the air, okay? So try that one more time.
The air.
That was a bit better, but you've got to open your mouth more. Look, the air.
The air.
Definitely getting better. Okay, Chesa, you try.
Your mic is on mute.
Oh, sorry. The air.
That was much better. Okay, Philip, you try.
The air.
Fine. Remember, a bit wider. The air.
The air.
Not bad at all. Moise.
Yeah.
Yep, good sound. Damaris.
The air.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, so this is a problem that, in a sense, solves itself. The problem is the missing consonant, but the solution is just to say the, right? As long as you remember to say the instead of the, there isn't really a problem because the vowel produces its own consonant, right? Notice that this works even if the next vowel is the same vowel, right? So if I say, so Damaris, how would you say this phrase?
Mm. The is.
Not bad. So that second word is ease. Okay, so it's the same vowel as in the. So try one more time, Damaris.
The is.
Yes, good. The yees, like that. Tabita, you try.
These.
Excellent. Cheza, you try.
These.
Good. Philip, you try.
These.
Excellent. Moise.
These.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay. So now, if we go back to that original phrase, the air is clean. Notice how we're connecting the words air and is, right? So here, we've got the same problem. We've got a missing consonant sound. Okay, the word air is just a vowel. See, air. And then the word is begins with a vowel, which is I. Air is. But we solve the problem in a different way to the previous example, right? So here we are, in fact, going to just take a sound and stick it in there, right? We're going to take the sound air is. Okay. Now, if you talk to other teachers, they might tell you that what we're doing is taking the letter R from the end of air and putting that onto the beginning of is. You may have even been taught that before in basic English lessons, okay? And maybe that's okay for a very basic sort of English lesson. But if you want to get really more advanced and really understand how this works, you can't think of it that way. It's got nothing to do with spelling. It's just that when the vowel is air, we connect with an sound, regardless of the spelling. Okay? If it was spelled differently, we would still do this. If the word air was spelled, let's see, how can we imagine it being spelled? If it was spelled like, let's imagine it's just spelled like this, let's say, I don't know, air. It would still be connected in the same way. We'd still say the air is clean because the vowel is air, right? And then with is clean, of course, there is no problem because we've got consonants there already. So I want each of you to do that phrase again. We'll start with Moise. The air is clean.
The air is clean.
Fine. Philip.
The air is clean.
More of an The air is clean.
The air is clean.
Try again.
The air is clean.
No. The air is clean.
The air is clean.
You're doing this. The air is, but it should be the air is.
The air is clean.
A bit better. Cheza, you try.
The air is clean.
That's fine. Tabita.
The air is clean.
It's good, but you stop, you see, when the air is clean. Now, you can do that. It's not wrong to do that. The air is clean. But look, the air is clean. It doesn't sound as good as the air is clean. Okay, try one more time.
The air is clean.
You did it again. Same mistake.
The air is clean.
That's better. Okay, that's fine. Now, notice that a lot of the time, what we will do, and this is what you should do. This is what I encourage you to do. When we're using the word is, what we do is we just do what's called a contraction. So instead of saying air is, we would just say this, airs. And this solves the problem in a different way, because now we're just removing the vowel completely. And so we don't even need to worry about connecting. We just say airs. So let's try it like this. The air's clean. Damaris, you try.
The air is clean.
One more time.
The air is clean.
That's fine. So you notice that we've reduced the number of syllables. Before it was the air is clean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it's the air's clean. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Tabitha, you try.
The air is clean.
That'll do. Cheza.
The air is clean.
Good. Philip,
The air is clean.
do that one more time.
The air is clean.
I feel like you're still trying to do it the way we did it before. Remember, it's now only 3 syllables. The air's clean. Try that one more time.
The air is clean.
Bit better. Yeah. Moise, you try.
The air is clean.
No, you see, same thing. You went like this. The air is, like you're trying to still make it sound like 4 syllables. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, make it sound like 3 syllables. 1, 2, 3. The air's clean.
The air is clean.
One more time.
The air is clean.
Still sounds the same. Like you're trying to think the air is. You're still thinking of is. There's no is here. It's just airs. The air's clean. Just try that, actually. I want you to do it with a stop like that. The air's clean.
The air is clean.
Yes, that was better. Fine. And that is how I encourage you to do this. So wherever possible, if you're saying something is, just contract it. So instead of saying he is, where I'm using that y, he is, I can just say he's, right? There's nothing wrong with doing that. Okay, fine. Okay, so now let's talk about the next family of vowels, which is still mouth shape 2. So our first family from mouth shape 2 was a, right? I realize we haven't talked about all those vowels today, but let's move on. So the next family is like this: ow. Okay. So the long vowel is like this: Tabitha, you try. That's fine. Cheza. Fine. Philip. Good. A bit wider. Very good. Moise.
Ah.
One more time.
Ah.
Make sure that it doesn't sound too much like ah. Okay, so I don't want this ah. I want this ah.
Ah.
Yeah, good. Damaris. Yeah, that's good. Very good sound. Now, the sound the long vowel, is actually not very common. So first, we're going to talk about the next vowel, the short one, like this. So, Tabitha, you try. Fine. Cheza? Philip? Moise? Yeah, same problem as before, but it's pretty good. Damaris? Yeah, that's excellent. So this is a very common vowel. So who can give me some words with the sound ah? You're thinking of something, Tabitha?
Sad.
Interesting. You mean this word?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's
That is correct, although funnily enough, that is actually an example of the first vowel. So what I said a moment ago, you may not have noticed, is I said that the sound is not very common, right? Which is why instead we're talking about the short vowel first, and then we're going to come back to the long vowel. But funnily enough, the example Tabitha has given us is an example of one of the small number of words that is pronounced with the long vowel okay? So it's like this: sad. Just try that, Tabitha.
sad.
Excellent. Cheza.
Sad.
Good. Philip.
Sad.
Moise.
Sad.
Fine. Damaris.
Sad.
Yeah, that's fine. Good. Who can give us another example of a word with the sound
Bad.
Right. Now, funnily enough, that's another example with the long okay? Okay. Now, notice that with the previous vowels, I've been very clear that the short one and the long one are different vowels. right? They've got the same sound, but they're different vowels, right? But with this vowel, we can think of the short one and the long one as kind of versions of each other, right? They're sort of like the same vowel. It's just that in a few words, we pronounce it long. In most words, it's short, but in a few words, we pronounce it long. And sad and bad, by pure chance, I think, happen to be two examples where we tend to pronounce it long. Okay, we still think of it as essentially the same vowel, ah, but here we do it long, ah. So bad, like that. Tabita, you try.
Bad.
Excellent. Cheza,
Bad.
Philip,
Bad.
Moise,
Bad.
Damaris,
Bad.
not bad. See, not bad. See how I made it long? Not bad, like that. Good. So, someone else give us another word with the sound ah or ah, if you prefer.
Matter.
Matter. Good. So you see matter here. It's short. Matter, like that. Matter. Tabita, you try.
Matter.
Cheza.
Matter.
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 Good. Mouth shape one for the second syllable. Matter.
Matter.
No, you see, you're going te. Matter. It's matter.
Matter.
No. The vowel in the second syllable is matter.
Matter.
Okay, you have to practice that. Philip, you try.
Matter.
Yeah, pretty good. Moise?
Matter.
Yeah, that's good. Damaris?
Matter.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so the vowel in matter in the first syllable is ah. Okay, this is very common, the short vowel ah. But sometimes it's long, like in the words sad and mad. But we'll talk about that more another time. So who can give me another word with the sound ah?
I'm just curious about the word lad.
Lad, as in a boy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good example. Lad.
Lad.
Did you have a specific question? Is there something that you find unusual about that word?
No, I just wasn't sure if it was the long one.
This one is pronounced short, but it's a good question because what you've probably noticed is that with the word sad and bad, the vowel is followed by the sound d, right? Which is also true in the word lad. But in the word lad, the vowel is pronounced short. Okay, so there's no really effective or easy way of remembering which words have the long ah. It's pretty random, but there is something that will help you, which is that the long ah is always followed by a voiced consonant. So if you look at the words sad and bad, notice they both end with voiced consonants. However, the short ah can also be followed by voiced consonants, as in the word lad. Okay, so it's not very helpful, that rule. But remember that the long ah will never be followed by an unvoiced consonant, right? So if you take the word mat, for example, there's no way that no one's going to pronounce it mat. That can't, it just doesn't work in English because you can't have the long ah followed by an unvoiced consonant. But the word mad is pronounced long, right? So who can give me another word with the sound ah?
Start.
One more time.
Start, but it is a
Meaning?
long start.
What does it mean? As
When I
in to
want
begin?
Begin, exactly.
Right, okay. So, Moise, what is the vowel sound in this word?
Ah.
Is it long or short?
Long.
And what mouth shape is it?
The one.
Yeah, mouth shape one, long vowel. Ah, the first vowel we talked about. So, Cheza, say that word again.
Start.
Mouth shape one, look, start.
Start.
That's good, but you need to separate the final sound a bit more. Start.
Start.
Yeah, that's a lot better. If you don't separate the final sound, it will sound like this, starred. Now that's a different word. Who can tell me what starred means? Tabitha, what are you thinking?
I think I've heard this word. It's written. I think I know how it's spelled, but I don't know what it means.
Okay, what if I said he starred in several films?
Okay, it's not about the one. It's not the one that I was thinking.
Okay, what are you thinking, Chesa? He starred in several films. What does starred mean?
Mm.
He played.
Right, it's a past tense of the verb star, right? So star can be a verb meaning something like take the lead role,
He's a star.
right? Right, exactly. So what I said was this: he's starred in, I can't remember what it was, but he starred in some films, something like that, right? Meaning he has been the lead in some major films. To be a star, like a movie star, a film star. Okay, but a starred could also just mean having stars. So you could say something like the American flag is starred, meaning it has stars on it, right? Those little things on it, those are stars.